Okay, I'm going to do 4 review problems here. Find the value for quote-unquote C that makes a perfect square trinomial. Then rewrite the expression in factored form. So you got x squared plus 8x plus c. Okay. So to find the value of c, okay. Again, you have a, b, and we got to get c ourselves. So b divided by 2 to the second. So b is 8. That's going to be 4 to the second, and then 4 times 4 is 16. Okay. So c is now 16. Then we just have to put it into factored form. So 1 times 16, 16. Signs must match. You're adding to positive 8. And it's got to be the same factors. It'd be 4 times 4. Now, to make them add to positive 8, you make them both positive 4s. Okay, now you can ditch your 1. X plus 4, x plus 4, and then just write it as x plus 4 to the second power. Okay, next directions. Rewrite the equation in vertex form. Rewrite the equation in vertex form. Okay, the equation is y equals x to the second power plus 10x plus 20. Y equals x to the second power plus 10x plus 20. So we need to put y equals out 3 times to make the conversion successfully. Kick out the plus 20 and put 1x to the second. Do you have a 1x second there? Okay. You do, don't you? That's me just blocking off the 20. I already had the 1x second, so it's just going to be 10x. Okay. So you wouldn't have to divide there. So you have your a and your b. And to find your c, you use what you're using here. b over 2 to the second. So b is 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5, and then 5 times 5 is 25. Okay. Now we got to remember something though. We got to bring in something over here. If we brought in something over here, what I brought in over here was 25 times nothing. Okay, or I don't want to say nothing. Okay, there's nothing I have outside the parentheses, so it's just 25. Okay. Doesn't have to be multiplied, so we add 25 to y, but then we quickly minus 25 from the 20. Okay, 25, that's 25, that's 25 right there, 20 minus 25. Okay, now I factor. 1 times 25 is 25, negative, negative. Since we're adding to positive 10, I would guess they would be positive, positive, okay, and 5 times 5. Okay, so ditch your 1, so you have x plus 5, 20 minus 25 is negative 5, and then we rewrite this as a quantity to the second because they're identical. Okay. There we have it. Y equals quantity x plus 5 to the second power minus 5. Okay, then turn the paper over. Rewrite the equation in vertex form. Again, you're doing the same thing as you're trying to accomplish the same thing as you did on the last problem. Y equals 2x to the second power minus 8x plus 1. Y equals 2x to the second power minus 8x plus 1. Okay. Plus 1 is kicked out. Did I stutter? I want 1x second there. Well, this does not match, so we don't drop the 8x. We need to divide each of those by 2. And that'll match 1x squared, but then that'll be minus 4x. A, B. Okay? We find our own c. B over 2 to the second. b negative 4. Divided by 2 is negative 2 to the second. Negative 2 times itself is 4. So I brought in 4. But did what over to this side with the y? Remember, you got to add something over here. Okay. You didn't bring in 4, you brought in 4 times 2. See, on the last one there wasn't that number there, so you actually brought in 8. Okay, 4 times 2, 4 times 2, 4 times 2. So you're going to be adding 8, and then you'll quickly minus the 8 from the 1. Okay. Alright, so 2, and then we factor the trinomial. So 1 times 4 is 4, positive 4. And I'm adding, trying to get to negative 4. So they should both be negative, so it'd be 2 times 2. Good. That times is to positive, that adds to negative. Okay. So you can ditch your 1, like you always can. Minus 2 minus 2. 1 minus 8 is negative 7. And then we have 2 times the quantity x minus 2 to the second minus 7. The last step's really easy. Okay. Alright, then the last one's a quick one. Find the value for quote-unquote k that creates a perfect square trinomial. Okay. Now you're going back and finding the b. To find the b, you find the square root of a times c and then times it by 2. Well, 1 times 81 is 81. Square root of a times c divide and then times 2. So what is the square root of 81? That's 9 times 2. Okay, find the square root first. Evaluate the square root, and that's 18. Okay. So you can just put k equals 18.